to the Nurturing Life Project. I'm Dr. Leah Andrews. Today we're going to be making a blood tonifying soup called African peanut soup. This is based on my mom's recipe. I'm going to add some olive oil to a large saucepan, and I'm going to put this over medium-high heat. I have a medium onion chopped. It doesn't have to be finely chopped. I'm going to add here. I'm going to saute the onion. I'm going to add a large clove of garlic with some salt that I've used with a mortar and pestle. We're going to go over the soup ingredients. First, I'm going to add some winter squash. You can choose any kind of winter squash or pumpkin. I happen to have butternut squash and acorn squash. I put these whole in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes until they were cooked through. I don't like to cut through raw winter squash. It's really hard to get it out of there, so I just took out the seeds and I can just scoop it out and put it into my soup. Next, I have a full big yam that I've skinned and chopped up. I have 2 small potatoes. I have 2 Hongsao red dates that I've removed the pit from. And I have about an inch piece of fresh ginger. I've kept the peel on and I've just kind of coarsely sliced it. We're going to be pureeing this at the end, so don't worry about chopping them too finely. Next, I have a plate full of greens. I just chopped up some collard greens. You can use any kind of nutritious greens that you want to. That's such as kale. You can even use brocchini if you don't mind the bitterness, but any leafy dark greens would do. Next, we have some of our food herbs or superfoods. I have a large tablespoon of black sesame seed hei jerma. And then I also have about 1/3 of a cup of goji berries. These are going to make it more of a strong yin blood tonic. After the onions and garlic have gotten nice and brown, I'm going to add 1 box of vegetable stock, vegetable broth. You can also make your own. I'm going to scoop out my winter squash here. I don't want this thick peel here, so I'm going to just take out the insides. I'm going to scoop out the other squash too. Adding my dates, ginger, and potatoes. My greens. I'm going to add water to cover. Adding my black sesame seeds and my goji berries. Now I'm going to add my seasonings. I'm going to use, you can use whatever seasonings you like, but I like to make it more of like a curry. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of ground cumin. Maybe a little more. And I'm going to add a little bit of Trader Joe's Thai yellow curry sauce. If you make your own curry sauce, it's even better. If you like it spicier, the Trader Joe's green curry has a little bit more of a kick to it. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to lower it to low or medium low, and then I'm going to cover it and simmer it for 45 minutes. After the sweet potatoes are cooked through, the soup is ready. It's been about 45 minutes. I'm going to puree the soup now, so I'm just going to ladle this in to my Vitamix blender here. I'm adding a bunch of chopped parsley. And a very important thing, you want to make sure this isn't fully closed when you turn this on. The reason is it will explode, and the last thing you want is hot soup exploding in your face. I'm starting off on low. I'm just going to cover a little bit here. I'm not going to close it in. And I'm going to slowly increase. I'm placing a paper towel here in the spigot to keep it from spewing out, and I've reduced the amount of soup here. I'm going to pour the pureed soup over here into a big bowl. I've put the pureed soup back into the pot, and now I'm going to add the peanut butter. You want to get a crunchy, organic peanut butter. That's going to add a nice texture. To this amount of soup, I'm going to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. I'm going to add 4. And these are liberal tablespoons here. And then I'm just going to stir this up. I didn't add the peanut butter before because I want to add this texture. I want to have some crunchiness from the peanut butter. So I didn't add it before I blended. Make sure you stir the peanut butter in really well. And then this is the time you want to test for salt. You might want to add some more salt at this point. And that's it.